Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Estadio Nacional here in San Juan, Costa Rica for the second leg of the second semifinal between Santos de Guápiles and Árabe Unido, where we will determine a winner and who will face Olympia in the finals of this inaugural Scotiabank Concacaf League. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tyler Terrens, and here are the pitch conditions for tonight's crucial match. 70 degrees, a slight chance of rain, and a slight breeze coming in as well as the teams are in the tunnel. Certainly butterflies in all of the baskets of each player who is going to be walking onto the pitch tonight at Estadio Nacional in what is going to be a scintillating 90 minutes after a 0-0 draw in the first leg back at Estadio Ramel Fernandez in Panama City. It is going to be a battle here in Costa Rica. The only way that we will have penalties is if the second leg finishes 0-0 as well. If there is a goal, penalties are out of the question. And Árabe Unido looking to continue their fine run in the Scotiabank CONCACAF League. Their other Panamanian counterpart being knocked out by Olympia just moments ago, 7-2 on aggregate. Plaza Amador falling to the Honduran Giants, who performed magnificently, mainly in the first leg. And then that was enough to be able to get them through and then some for the second leg. That match just ending moments ago. And a number of players for Árabe Unido who performed brilliantly in the first leg in the starting 11 tonight. For Sergio Guzman, the 47-year-old Colombian manager for the Panamanian side, on the other side for Santos. They've been slowly but surely getting back into form as far as Primera Division is concerned, the Costa Rican Domestic League, as they are currently in 7th place in the Costa Rican Domestic League. Their last win was against the University of Costa Rica, 2-0, as Ofefa and Kenneth Dixon, the scorers in that occasion. And for Árabe Unido, they're currently tied in the Panamanian Domestic League with none other than Plaza Amador, both sitting on 20 points. Árabe Unido has failed to give up more than one goal in all of their matches so far in the Apertura. And they will be looking to continue that fine defensive form against another team who is very sound defensively, Santos de Guápiles. Although Santos a bit more firepower offensively, although they were not able to get past Miguel Lloyd in the first leg. Both goalkeepers performed wonderfully in the first leg. Brian Morales in particular for Santos de Guápiles, who was actually able to keep a penalty kick out. Carlos Small was unable to find the back of the net from 12 yards away. And Brian Morales will not be available tonight due to an injury he sustained last week in the first leg. He tweaked it in a midweek game a few days ago, and he will be unavailable for Johnny Chavez tonight. It'll be Francisco Gomez getting the start in goal for Santos. We'll have starting lineups for you in just a few moments. And as you can tell, a little bit of rain coming down here in San Juan, Costa Rica. But it should not prevent this match from being played. A number of fans traveling from both Panama and Santos de Guápiles' home right in Limón, Costa Rica. Obviously not the original home of Santos, but Estadio Nacional is the venue for this monumental occasion, as we are slowly but surely approaching kickoff between these two storied franchises. Both have performed very, very strongly on the defensive side of the ball in order to get to this point. And these two defensive juggernauts were unable to get past each other in the first leg. Will we see any goals in the second, or will we go to penalty kicks? Obviously a long way until we can start thinking about that. But at the same time, it's certainly on everybody's mind with these two staunch defensive clubs. And right now the clubs making their way out onto the pitch. Santos sporting the red jerseys tonight, as Árabe Unido on the other side sporting the blue. And both teams, you see there, Jose Gonzalez leading the line for Árabe Unido. He performed extremely well in the first leg, although he was not able to lead the attacking third maybe as sharply as he would want, as it would finish in a 0-0 draw, setting up what should be a fantastic second leg here at Estadio Nacional. And right now we will take a look at the starting lineup, starting with the home side. Santos de Guápiles, Johnny Chavez's side will look like this. Again, Brian Morales unavailable due to an injury. Francisco Gomez getting the start. Michael Barquero, Ian Smith, as well as Eder Munguio and Juan Madrigal will be rounding out the back for Johnny Chavez. Kenny Cunningham, very dangerous. He'll be up top. Wilmer Azofeifa pulling the strings in the middle of the field. Kenneth Dixon, along with Osvaldo Rodriguez, getting the start. Osvaldo Rodriguez with a couple of goals in this tournament. Jose Garro will be in that holding central midfielder role. As you get a brief look there at Wilmer Azofeifa, who is tied for second in the Scotiabank Concacaf League for assists this season. Nobody other than Alex Lopez of Olympia has more assists than that man, as both Eder Munguio and Jose Gonzalez taking part in the coin toss, exchanging handshakes with the referees. Our referee for tonight's match, Mario Escobar from Guatemala. And a monumental match just moments away here in San Jose, Costa Rica. And this is how Deportivo Árabe Unido is going to line up. Miguel Lloyd again getting the start between the sticks. Rigoberto Nino, Jose Garibaldi, as well as Renan Adles, Nelson Barahona, Carlos Small, the featured striker in this group. Jose Gonzalez will be pulling the strings in the middle of the park. Christian Valencia getting one of his few starts of the early 2017-2018 season. And then, of course, here are the substitutes for tonight's match. A couple of notable: Starling Matarrita, usually a starter for Johnny Chavez. He'll be coming off the bench tonight. He did not travel in the first leg. He scored the winning goal in the quarterfinals against Chorrillo on the road. Osvaldo Rodriguez, or rather at home, Osvaldo Rodriguez got the goal on the road against Chorrillo. As Mario Toca almost ready to go here from Estadio Nacional in beautiful San Jose, Costa Rica, albeit rainy Costa Rica right now. You can see on the track there just how hard it is raining here. About a 60% chance moving through the night. And the conditions most certainly will have an impact on how this game is going to be played. As Mario Toca is awaiting for the signal from the touchline. And we are underway from Estadio Nacional. Santos de Guápiles and Árabe Unido. At the end of these 90 minutes or more, we will have the final set for the first ever Scotiabank CONCACAF League. The winner will take on Olympia of Honduras. And right off the bat, Árabe Unido looking to get in behind. Adles putting on some great pressure. He's winning the ball. Carlos Small in the middle of the box. He's not able to get ahead to that particular delivery. And Santos will take a deep breath, although they're struggling to keep possession of the ball. Azofeifa with a clever touch, and he'll slow things down. Azofeifa, of course, 3 assists in the Scotiabank CONCACAF League. Alex Lopez with 4, and he currently leads the tournament in that particular category. Santos's back line has been really superb throughout this entire tournament, although they haven't seen the same success in their domestic league in the Primera Division that they would like. Currently sitting in 7th place, getting their first win since August 19th, just a couple days ago, against University of Costa Rica. Wilmer Azofeifa and Kenneth Dixon, the goal scorers in that occasion. Dixon's performance in that match good enough to earn him a start in this crucial CONCACAF League matchup. Winner moving on to the final. Here's Eder Munguio, sporting the captain's armband for Johnny Chavez tonight. Osvaldo Rodriguez, he had the lone goal in the first leg of the quarterfinals against Chorrillo. Solorzano didn't start the first couple of matches in this tournament, but he's become a mainstay for Johnny Chavez. Again, Carlos Small sent into space, 1v1 with Munguio. Still Árabe Unido. Precarious territory here. Is Small lets rip. That's always going wide. But a good start for Carlos Small, who had a frustrating match to say the least in the first leg, missing a penalty and missing a couple of very, very good opportunities that could have put Árabe Unido up ahead as far as the aggregate is concerned. Look there at Sergio Guzman. Colombian manager in charge of this great Panamanian side. All the way back to Francisco Gomez. And getting the start for Brian Morales, who is usually the mainstay in between the sticks, as Cunningham gets absolutely drilled on the near side by Rigoberto Nino. And it'll be a free kick for Santos. We'll take one more look at it. Nino just not playing the ball there. And Cunningham able to win the free kick. Here's Rodriguez. Trying to find Barquero on this near side. Good work from Nelson Barahona. He was involved in the attack for Árabe Unido more times than not in the first leg a week ago. Sergio Guzman, one of the more animated managers in the Scotiabank Concacaf League. Always up and ready. Barking instructions from the touchline. Charismatic manager, to say the least. Poor touch there from Madrigal, but he's able to send it towards the other end of the pitch. And Árabe Unido unable to keep it in play. It'll be another throw-in for Santos. Good touch from Azofeifa. Solorzano. He's tripped up from behind. Second foul in about 3 minutes from Árabe Unido. That one a bit more malicious than the first, as Solorzano goes down. And another free kick for Santos. Very much a club that likes to keep the ball. This is early ball sent in. Cunningham got there first, but wasn't able to put the header on frame. Cunningham appreciating the ball sent in, as it looked like it was Azofeifa putting it on a silver platter for number 7. And Lloyd sprawled off of his line. It was a perfect ball, just teasing Lloyd to come off of his line and try to make a play on it. Cunningham with plenty of pace. A couple goals in this tournament as well. Number of goal scorers for this Johnny Chavez side throughout the CONCACAF League. Rodriguez and Cunningham currently lead the team in the goal scoring department for this tournament, just with 2 apiece, and then a number of other players have just scored 1 goal. Rodriguez gets ahead to it, trying to help it along for Kenneth Dixon. Carlos Small looking to operate the other way as well as Adles. Árabe Unido, despite the fact being on the road, looking to put pressure on Santos early and often. Madrigal going along the line for Ian Smith. Very dangerous outside back who loves to get involved in the attack. Osvaldo Rodriguez encouraging Barquero forward. Barquero, the clever first move, gets the return from Cunningham. Now Rodriguez going for goal, and that's wide as well. But a good move from Barquero on the near side, linking up with Kenny Cunningham. Osvaldo Rodriguez thought he would try his luck, but it would take a spectacular effort to beat the likes of Miguel Lloyd, who was absolutely phenomenal in the first leg, making a number of key saves. As you take another look at that opportunity from Osvaldo Rodriguez. Lloyd made a couple of saves that were certainly SportsCenter top 10 worthy. Carlos Small checking back to try and win ahead there. Morales sending it forward. Nino with a cushion header. Cunningham's going to get there first, though. Long for Osvaldo Rodriguez. Trying to cut it back. It ends up falling for Azofeifa. He takes a challenge in the middle from Heraldez, and that's going to force Mario Toca to blow his whistle and call another foul. Just a mere warning this time for Heraldez. Geraldes, 24 years old, from Panama. 5 appearances and 3 starts this season. Came off the bench in the first leg and was very active off the bench, but just unable to make that major impact and get the goal. And that's why we stand 0-0 on aggregate in this second leg of the semifinal. The only scenario where we will have penalty kicks is a 0-0 draw. It's a good flick on header. Cunningham is going to get there. Kenny Cunningham along for Barquero. Barquero trying to slide it across. Santos asking for a handball. Mario Toca uninterested. And Barquero, a little lame after that play, slow to get back. But it's easy work for Francisco Gomez, and he's looking to operate quickly. Munguio. Jose Garro. Great first touch from Solorzano. Forcing his way through. Still Solorzano. Going out wide. Ian Smith trying to send it in. Cunningham unable to put it on frame. But how about the individual effort from Eder Solorzano? Beating not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Árabe Unido defenders on his way to sending it out wide to Smith. And Cunningham just mistimed his header. And you can see the reaction there from the Santos faithful. Great effort from Solorzano, 21-year-old, who's really made his stamp on this particular tournament and giving Johnny Chavez no choice but to make him a regular starter. Small helping it along as him and Azofeifa collide heads in the middle of the park. Mario Toca immediately stopping play. Meeting of the minds, if you will. Carlos Small certainly with the height advantage on Wilmer Azofeifa. Barahona on top of the free kick. Plenty of numbers forward for Árabe Unido. Barahona clips it in. Smith gets there first. Azofeifa unable to get a full clearance on it. And it'll remain with Árabe Unido. Árabe Unido 5-5-0 at the start of their Apertura season. Again, have not given up more than a goal in a single game in their first 10 matches. Tied with Plaza Amador on 20 points in first place. And a foul coming out the other way as Atlas is a little overzealous in his efforts to win the ball. Ten and a half minutes played here at Estadio Nacional. Rain has been rather persistent since kickoff and even before then. Both teams looking to punch their ticket into the first ever Scotiabank Concacaf League final, as the winner will face Olympia of Honduras. Barquero. He's been active early on. Rodriguez. Finding Dixon. Azofeifa clipping it in behind for Ian Smith. It's a long way to go, and especially with the slick terrain, no chance for the pacey Smith to get there. Good idea from Azofeifa. But both teams just trying to adjust to the wet surface here at Estadio Nacional. Johnny Chavez has done such a good job of rotating guys in and out, keeping his players fresh as far as the domestic league is concerned, as well as the CONCACAF League. Plenty of depth in this Santos team that even while the rotation is happening, still able to get results. Although again, not off to a great start in the Primera Division. 7th place at the moment. Small, laying it off for Barahona. Barahona with space, along for Adles. Adles sends it across, it takes a deflection. And it will be a corner, the first of the evening for either team. And it will be for Árabe Unido. Another look here as Adles was just trying to slide it across for the oncoming Carlos Small. Adles on the corner. Big bodies arriving for Árabe Unido. Good ball in. Gomez unable to catch it. Punches it out only as far as Barahona, who has a rip. But it's blocked in front by Jose Garro. Algondona. 1-on-1 with Azofeifa. Azofeifa does a good job to deny delivery, but it's another corner for Unido. Again, another look at the 47-year-old manager from Colombia, Sergio Guzman. There's 2 players in the lineup for Unido, not from Panama. Miguel Lloyd from Dominican Republic, as well as Christian Valencia from Sergio Guzman's home country of Colombia. It's another good ball in, but Juan Madrigal gets there first. Barquero off to the races. I was hoping to spring free Ian Smith on the far side. And Unido doing a good job of pinning down Santos. Been applied pressure for the past 3 or 4 minutes. Garibaldi. Santos essentially 10 behind the ball at the moment. Barahona with a great first touch. Trying to slot it through for Carlos Small. Barajona's going to win it back. Bullish work from number 90. He's still going to have it at his feet. Santos scrambling to try to get it out of their own end. Good work from Osvaldo Rodriguez as he takes matters into his own hands. And Mario Toca going to shoo away the pleas from Santos, asking for a yellow card. Just a little bit of a late challenge there from Jose Gonzalez, obviously trying to make a play for the ball. Jose Gonzalez, the 26-year-old captain on the night from Árabe Unido's home in Colón, Panama. 28 goals in his career, Jose Gonzalez with Árabe Unido. Valencia going to play it quickly. And the Olays are out here at Estadio Nacional trying to urge their team back into a solid rhythm here. And what a massive win this would be for Santos, as they would have an opportunity to directly qualify for the Concacaf Champions League with a win against Olympia in the finals if they were to get there. Ian Smith again stepping forward. Smith being hounded from behind by Heraldez. Good work in tight quarters from Santos. And Lloyd forced to go the long way. Good work from Small. Bit of a frantic start here in San Jose. Both teams have had chances early on. Kenny Cunningham had a couple of looks with his head. And Árabe Unido have really made camp in Santos's territory for the past 5 or 6 minutes or so. Adles with good work. Barahona takes a deflection, and it'll be another Unido corner. Barahona has looked in the mood tonight. First touch has been extremely clean, despite the persistent rain. Sergio Guzman living and dying by every second here in the second leg of this semifinal. Barahona on top of the corner. More problems to deal with for Santos. All the way towards the back post. Smith just trying to help it along. Gonzalez going out wide for Adles. Adles going for goal. Oh, and it's a great save from Gomez. Adles thought he was going to be able to catch the young goalkeeper off of his line, and he almost succeeded. It's a great idea from Adles, but Francisco Gomez up to the task. It remains 0-0, but just barely. Good work from Francisco Gomez. Great idea from Adles. And Sergio Guzman, for a brief moment, thought his team might have had an early lead, as Gomez needs to make another save as that ball comes fizzing across. And a lot of early work for the goalkeeper, who's only made a few appearances on the season so far. Another quarter for Unido. It's their fourth in just about 18 minutes. Towards the back post, Azofeifa back for defensive responsibilities, and the foul is going to be called against Unido. Algandona, just a bit too much use of his hands on that particular occasion, as that shot took a nasty deflection, and Gomez did well. His number has been called upon early and often here in the first 18.5 minutes, and he's answered the call each time. Rain continues to come down here in San Jose, Costa Rica. You can see Rigoberto Nino just trying to get a solid grip on the ball. Nothing able to separate these two sides. 8 days ago, back at Estadio Ramel Fernandez in Panama City. And they're looking to settle the score here in San Jose, Costa Rica. Winner will take on Olympia in the final. Adles able to get it across, but that's easy work for Gomez considering his last two saves. And Gomez will slow things down for the Costa Rican side. Dixon up for the header. Referee says play on. Cunningham linking up with Solorzano, but Solorzano can't get a good first touch to it. Now Carlos Small sprinting the other way. Gomez off of his line, and he clears it. Very solid work from the goalkeeper early on. Coming off his line when needed, and shot stopping when needed as well. Another foul called against Santos this time. Osvaldo Rodriguez, sixth start of this 2017-2018 season in all competitions. Adles with a great little ball along for Rigoberto Nino. Adles again. First time delivery, Carlos Small slips on the terrain. Now it's Azofeifa looking the other way, surveying. Has to go negative. Santos struggling just to move the ball forward, but now Ian Smith taking matters into his own hands. Still Smith moving forward. And it's Barahona who cleans it up. Barahona again, dispossessed by Osvaldo Rodriguez. Unido scrambling to get back in defensive position. Azofeifa sprays it across for Michael Barquero. Linking up with Cunningham. Through for Dixon, but just a bit too straight of a ball for Dixon, who is making that diagonal run. can see the pace of the ball is starting to slow down when the ball is played on the ground. Atlas offside on the near side here. Played 22 minutes, still 0-0. Both in this particular leg and on aggregate. And if the score were to stay this way at the end of 90 minutes, it will go to penalties. Barquero did well just to at least trying to keep it in play. Tough challenge there, and Mario Toca forced to blow his whistle. Take one more look at it, and that is a nasty challenge from Rigoberto Niño. That's his second foul of the first half, and he's certainly got to be on his last strike before he goes into Mario Toca's book. No cautions have been issued just yet, as a hooded Johnny Chavez looks on. Good set piece opportunity here for Santos. See there, Munguia wearing number 8. He's very dangerous in these types of situations. As Ofefa with a good ball, but a bit too direct towards Lloyd as Munguia goes crashing into Miguel Lloyd. And Ortiz having some words for the Santos captain. Ortiz just trying to protect his 34-year-old goalkeeper, Miguel Lloyd. It's a bit reckless from Munguia, but within the laws of the game. Miguel Lloyd, 34 years of age, originally from the Dominican Republic. In his 6th season with Árabe Unido. He has started every match for Unido since 2012-2013. So we talk about consistency between the sticks and a trust that a manager has in Miguel Lloyd. And he showed everybody who watched 8 days ago in the first leg exactly why that is. So he was absolutely phenomenal from start to finish. As Ofefa can't get a handle on it. Does good work, though, to slow up Barahona, who is looking to operate as far as the counter is concerned. That ball go all the way over the byline and out for a goal kick. Both teams still trying to find their rhythm early on. Although we are about halfway through the first half. Dixon. Ball just moving a little bit more quickly than players are maybe used to with this slick surface. And rain continues to come down here at Estadio Nacional. Solorzano. Osvaldo Rodriguez. Looking for Barquero, but that's a good step from Niño, who read it the whole way. Niño almost takes a spill. Munguia and Carlos Small go crashing into each other. Probably one of the better physical matchups you're going to get on the field tonight. Unido taking their time with this throw and just trying to catch their breath and get numbers forward. Small takes a deflection, still finds the feet of Rigoberto Niño. Sends in a decent ball, but Ofefa is there and cushions it nicely for Cunningham, as that shot is wide from Jose Garibaldi. Again, Árabe Unido, a team who has had a bit of an odd Concacaf League tournament. They've actually performed better on the road, rather than at home. They're 2-0-0 on the road in this tournament, and they're 1-1-1 at home. They were able to escape the quarterfinals despite a 1-0 loss at home in the second leg. They were able to take care of business on the road. Rodriguez, good work in the middle of the park. It's taken down. Santos faithful asking for a foul. They're not going to get one. Carlos Small just trying to post up at Air Munguio. And again, those two are going to be going at it for the entire 90 minutes. Azofeifa. Solorzano couldn't control his first touch. Heraldez. Good work tracking back from Ian Smith. And the crowd here at Estadio Nacional certainly appreciates his defensive efforts. Madrigal goes crashing into the stanchions on the far side as Unido retain possession. Heraldez. Jose Gonzalez striding forward. And he gets taken down from behind by Kenneth Dixon. And it is going to be a yellow card for Kenneth Dixon, being shown mustard here in the 29th minute. First player to go into Mario Toca's book of the night. Take one more look at it as Dixon clipped Gonzalez from behind. Mario Toca waited a brief moment to see if there was advantage to be played. Sergio Guzman, I'm sure, pleading for a yellow card from the sideline. His wish was met. And Kenneth Dixon will have to be a bit more careful heading into future challenges. Unido trying to sort out this particular set piece. Barahona on top of it once again. He's been mighty impressive in the first half hour. Barahona going for goal. It takes a couple deflections. Still waiting from the referee as to what the call is going to be, and it looks like it's going to be a corner. Like it took an initial deflection off the wall, and then Kenny Cunningham got a piece of it. And Sergio Guzman again cannot believe the end result is not a goal. And it'll be another opportunity for Barahona to deliver quality service. He's been doing just that for the first 30 minutes. Some credit has to be attributed to those bright pink cleats as this one is sent in towards the middle of the box. Adles gets a touch to it. He's taken down, but the referee says play on. More possession for Unido, even on the road, as they are bringing it right to Santos despite being a ways away from their home in Colón, Panama. Osvaldo Rodriguez. Madrigal going over the top for Ian Smith. Ortiz got the touch to it. The second ball falls for Smith. Cunningham letting loose. Almost a horrific mistake by Ortiz, as that one almost found the back of the net by way of an own goal. And Miguel Lloyd having a conversation with his outside back. More work to do for Unido. Possession almost evenly split, a slight edge to Santos. But a lot of that has been meaningless possession in their own defensive third. Jose Gonzalez can't get rid of it. Now here's Barquero trying to get it on his left foot as he's dispossessed. Now it's with Jose Gonzalez. Azofeifa gets a touch to it. Azofeifa trying to squeeze his way through, gets taken down. Again, Mario Toca electing not to blow his whistle here. Barahona lets it run through for Adles. Adles with an early delivery, teasing Carlos Small. And again, it's good work from Francisco Gomez. Box-to-box action here at Estadio Nacional. As Ofefa. Comes out wide for Ian Smith again. Fullbacks love to get forward for this Costa Rican side. Both Barquero and Ian Smith can be found well up the pitch at any given time. Dixon with a good first touch. Still Dixon playing it through for Barquero, but it's a little bit too close to Miguel Lloyd, who comes to claim it. Barquero laboring to get back. Barahona looking to chip Gomez. He gets it over his head. Not able to put it on frame. Would have been goal of the decade for Michael Barahona, or Nelson Barahona rather. This one sent ahead again, this time for Solorzano. Solorzano towards the byline. Couple of shimmies, finding Cunningham. Cunningham trying to send it across, but that's good defensive posture from Ortiz. Now Unido looking to break out. Well, this match has certainly floated in and out of looking like a semifinal. At times it's looked like just another match, but there have been other instances where it has been end-to-end and both teams looking like they want to go for the goal rather than perhaps leaving it up to penalty kicks, which would be the case if we continue in this similar fashion as far as the scoreboard is concerned. Santos throwing. A little more than 12 minutes until halftime here at Estadio Nacional. Take another look at that Kenny Cunningham opportunity that almost led to an Ortiz own goal. Gomez gets rid of it. Nino with a heavy touch and then goes in heavy on the challenge. That's Nino's third or fourth foul. Kenneth Dixon got a yellow card just a few minutes ago for what was seemingly his first foul of the game. Nino working with 9 lives at the moment. Barquero through for Cunningham. But a great sliding challenge from Algadona. Cunningham goes down, but you don't see tackles much cleaner than that. Adles collides with Rodriguez. Carlos Small coming all the way back to win the ball. And Mario Toca is going to blow the play dead as Johnny Chavez is about a half a step onto the playing field. The fourth referee telling him to take a couple steps back and head into his area. As Kenny Cunningham will get some medical attention, or perhaps not. And now Mario Toca will wave on the athletic training staff as taking a look at that challenge from Algadona. On the other end, it possibly could have been a foul called against Adles. Nearly 36 minutes gone here in San Jose, Costa Rica. Still 0-0 between Árabe Unido and Santos. More than 125 minutes played between these two sides. Nothing can separate them. However, one way or another, we will determine a winner and determine who is going to take on Olympia in the inaugural Scotiabank Concacaf League Final. Resume play. Carlos Small again checking all the way back to come get it. Good step from Ian Smith. One of the few times tonight that we've seen him in a more defensive position. Smith just 19 years of age. Árabe Unido without the services of Roberto Chen, Panamanian international player. Made a few appearances in the 2017 Gold Cup. Saw the United States take a dramatic trophy home after Jordan Morris's game winner in the 87th, as this ball is curled in and dealt with nicely by the Santos back line. And Rodriguez taken down quite maliciously in the middle of the field. And that is going to be a yellow card. And it's issued to Jose Garibaldi. It was late and it was a bit reckless from Garibaldi. And the right call for Mario Toca. And now both Kenneth Dixon and Garibaldi on yellow cards, which will certainly impact their coaches' decisions heading into the second half. A little more than 8 minutes remaining until halftime. Garo. Smith trying to bring it down. It will be a throw-in for Santos, much to the dismay of Jose Gonzalez. Monguillo. Cunningham, great first touch to bring it down. Out wide for Barquero, numbers the other way for Santos. Barquero curls it in and it gets past the first defender. It will be a throw-in for Santos, as Barquero was very active in the first 10 to 15 minutes. Haven't heard much from him recently. Rodriguez claiming that probably should have been a handball, and quite honestly, I have to agree with him. Barquero again. Good tackle from Barahona. Adles sliding it through for Carlos Small. Looking to use his pace, but unable to keep it in play. It was a good idea from the very pacey and bullish striker. Now Sergio Guzman asking for an explanation as to why it wasn't a foul called. Madrigal thumping it the other way, hoping for Solorzano. Ball pinballs around a little bit. Solorzano able to claim it, finding Cunningham. Good work here from Santos. Solorzano looking to bend it in, but it's good work from Garibaldi. Ball again trickling out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for the Costa Rican side. You take another look here, and I think this is what Sergio Guzman was asking the referee about as to why there wasn't a foul called. It looked to be relatively clean play from the defender there. Might have gotten a fingertip or two to Carlos Small's back. Good pressure from Unido. Garo sends it the other way. It's going to stay in play. Good step from Ian Smith. And now here's Solorzano. Somehow finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez being urged to shoot from the crowd here at Estadio Nacional, but his pocket is picked. And now Unido running the other way. A great ball in behind, but the flag is up. And despite the flag, Carlos Small still not able to finish. Great idea from Barahona. Cunningham taken down, and it's right outside of the box. Precarious situation here now for Unido, as Kenny Cunningham taken down maybe half an inch outside of the penalty area. And a fantastic opportunity here for the Costa Rican side to perhaps take a 1-0 lead and take a giant step towards the final. Just a few minutes before halftime now. Mario Toca getting everything organized as far as the wall is concerned. Looks like it is going to be Osvaldo Rodriguez on top of it at Aaron Munguio. Maybe giving his pitch as to why he might be able to have a go here, but it appears it is going to be Rodriguez. 2 goals to his name in the Concacaf League tournament. 4-man wall for Unido. A lot of work to do here for Miguel Lloyd. Osvaldo Rodriguez, and it's blocked by the wall. Carlos Small with a good ball the other way. Adlis is off to the races. Plenty of green to gallop into. Adlis going for goal. And that almost trickles out for a throw-in. And the Boo Birds raining down on Adlis here at Estadio Nacional. Have to imagine that Sergio Guzman is hoarse for at least a week after every game that he coaches. Constantly talking, constantly communicating with his 11 out there. Solorzano taken down. There Munguio having a conversation with Adlis. Take one more look at it. 50-50 ball, but Adlis maybe just got a little bit more of Solorzano than the referee would have liked. Here is Solorzano on his feet and seemingly okay. Ian Smith outside, working on Ortiz. Still Smith. Goes negative for Rodriguez. Pressure from Garibaldi. Unido doing a good job of forcing the Costa Rican side negative. Azofeifa, though, with a clever little ball. Rodriguez will get on the end of the second ball. Ortiz goes to ground. And the referee motioning for a foul on the far side. And it'll be another free kick to Santos, as they've mustered up a couple of good opportunities here at the end of the first half. Will they be able to capitalize on one, though? So a makeshift corner now for Santos. Johnny Chavez has seen his side squander a number of opportunities going all the way back to the first leg to try to get some sort of breakthrough with regard to the aggregate. Kenneth Dixon on top of this particular free kick. Dixon. Nodded away by Heraldez, but it will be a corner for Santos now. Perhaps one or two more opportunities for the home side to try to get a breakthrough before the half. Unido has done well defensively. Both back lines have dealt with a couple of opportunities here and there. A lot of contact in the box as Nino goes down. Him and Cunningham were jostling for position. Looked like Nino caught the worst end of it. And medical attention will not be brought on, as it is going to be halftime here at Estadio Nacional. Take one more look at Kenny Cunningham just trying to fight his way through. It's been that kind of semifinal between this Costa Rican and Panamanian side. Plenty of opportunities, plenty of physical play, but no goals to report of. Kenny Cunningham unable to find the back of the net, as well as Barahona. Santos and Árabe Unido scoreless through 3 halves of football. We'll play one more, and if there's no score at the end of those 45 minutes, we will head to penalty kicks. We'll be back in just a few moments with first half highlights.
Y recordar para las últimas noticias, estadísticas del partido y lo más destacado del torneo, visiten nuestra página de internet concacafleague.com. Sigue toda la acción de la Liga Concacaf Scotiabank a través de la cuenta oficial de Concacaf en Twitter con el handle @Concacaf y en nuestra página
Welcome back to Estadio Nacional here in San Jose, Costa Rica. We are at halftime between this Costa Rican and Panamanian side, Árabe Unido and Santos de Guápiles. Couple of opportunities to write home about for either side in the first half, but no breakthroughs. And early on, it was Kenny Cunningham trying to get on the end of a Wilmer Azofeifa free kick. Take one more look at it. It was enough to bring Miguel Lloyd off of his line, but Cunningham couldn't put the finishing touches on it. Then a few moments later, Santos still trying to get a breakthrough. Cunningham again with his noggin, unable to find the frame. And then Árabe Unido would have their few opportunities, a couple deflections here and there. Sustained pressure from Árabe Unido would see about 5 or 6 corners. And then this effort from Andles pushed over the bar by Francisco Gomez, who's filling in for Brian Morales, who's usually the starting goalkeeper for this Johnny Chavez side. One more look at it. Great look from Andles, but even better work from Francisco Gomez. And then this was a nervy moment for Santos as Francisco Gomez needed to react quickly after that shot took a nasty deflection, but Gomez again up to the task as he is filled in beautifully for Brian Morales. Barahona on that particular occasion has his shot deflected by Kenny Cunningham. Cunningham again putting it on frame, blocked in front, and then Ortiz almost making a disastrous mistake. And then a couple more opportunities for Santos right before the halftime whistle, and that would really do it as far as chances for either team. Rigoberto Niño would be able to get off the field under his own power as him and Kenny Cunningham would collide in the box before that corner kick could reach the box. And Mario Toca talking to some of the Árabe Unido players right at the end of the first half. Still 0-0 between these two storied clubs. It was 0-0 during the first leg. It remains 0-0 at halftime in the second leg. And right now we'll take a look at some of the stats from the first 45 minutes. You see their possession almost split evenly, a slight edge to Santos, but a lot of that possession coming in their own defensive third. It's really been an even match. Just one shot on target for Árabe Unido, none for Santos, as they have yet to really challenge Miguel Lloyd in the shot-stopping category. A couple of yellow cards dished out on either side. Corners 6-1 in favor of Árabe Unido. They had a span of about 3 or 4 minutes where they got 4 of those corners in, just unable to cash in on those. We're moving right through halftime here to rainy Estadio Nacional in San Jose, Costa Rica. Still 0-0 between Santos de Guápiles and Árabe Unido. We'll be back with second half kickoff in just a moment.
Welcome everyone. The first goal of the tournament. Oh, the way that ball just moved around. And the young man, after lots of persistency, lots of work, put it right through it.
Gold Cup final day. What a proud moment for the players. It is Altidore! The ball flew into the back of Dwayne Miller's net. The big Jamaican couldn't keep this one out. A lot of yellow shirts in there, a lot of tall men as we know, and an equaliser. Jamaica are on the score sheet. Jerome Watson. Decent ball in, not very far away. Winning goal. Jordan Morris has brought the stadium to its feet. Victory goes to Bruce Arena and the United States of America.
Opening up, oh, it's another wonderful goal.
Oh, absolutely astounding. We're down at the moment, it's Chicharito.
Acosta, golazo!
Isn't that a delicious finish?
Looking to go down the line. Árabe!
Chile, campeón de la Copa América Centenario.
Vamos muchachos, ¿ya?
Welcome back to San Jose, Costa Rica, here at Estadio Nacional as Santos de Guápiles and Árabe Unido prepare for the second half of this second leg. Who will join Olympia in the final of this inaugural Scotiabank Concacaf League? Again, I'm Tyler Terrence, and thank you for joining us on this rainy evening in the capital of Costa Rica as both Santos and Árabe Unido are desperately looking for that breakthrough and are trying to avoid the fickle friend of football, penalty kicks, which have decided way too many tournaments and winners over the course of many, many years. And they're trying to avoid that scenario. Both teams have been staunch defensively, although they haven't been at their sharpest offensively. Maybe a lot has to do with the slick surface here at Estadio Nacional as Mario Toca is ready, and we will resume action. 45 minutes to play, and if there's no score at the end of those 45 minutes and then at the 90, we will head to penalty kicks. Unido with a couple of opportunities in the first half. The majority of their looks were from corner kicks as this ball almost gets all the way through. Atlas applying pressure. Ian Smith going to latch onto this ball. Sending Solorzano forward. Árabe Unido with some work to do. That header sent back towards Solorzano. He's taken down, and that's going to be a free kick for Santos. Another look, El Gondona, a little bit heavy into the challenge. And more work for Miguel Lloyd in this Árabe Unido back line. Kenneth Dixon, the lefty, is going to be on top of this makeshift corner for Santos. Not exactly sure what the holdup is for Mario Toca. Daniel Ortiz and Kenneth Dixon. Perhaps waiting for the music to finish, and I guess that's exactly what they were waiting for. The music has come to a conclusion, and now we can dance. Kenneth Dixon on top of this free kick. Bodies forward for Santos, and again, plenty of pushing and shoving in the box before the ball can even be delivered. And we'll try this one more time. Dixon sends it all the way over, wide, what have you. And Kenny Cunningham not happy with his comrade's delivery. And you can't imagine Johnny Chavez is amused by that either. Árabe Unido looking to be the first Panamanian club in a major CONCACAF tournament to advance to a final. Both Árabe Unido and Plaza Amador were the first Panamanian clubs to advance to a semifinal. And Árabe Unido looking to do Plaza Amador one better. Santos certainly have plenty to say about that, though. Solorzano taken down from behind yet again. This time it's Valencia committing the foul as Solorzano has hit the deck on a number of occasions tonight. So clever with the way he uses his body and just lets the ball do the work. And this is another look at Kenneth Dixon's moonshot. Getting word that the ball still hasn't landed. And look at the frustration from Johnny Chavez. Quite honestly, I can't blame him. Very good opportunity to at least give your teammates a chance to get ahead to it. More work for Mario Toca to try to sort out all the pushing and shoving before the free kick is even sent in. Azofeifa, a great ball in. Árabe Unido deal with it nicely, although it will be another throw into Santos. 4 minutes gone by here in the second half. Dixon. Azofeifa. Skips away from Adles. Good work to win the ball back. Now Solorzano with a shot. It takes another deflection off a Árabe Unido defender, and it'll be another corner for Santos, who have looked lively coming out of the gates here in the second half. As Ofefa on top of it, it's an outswinger. Valencia gets there first. Barahona trying to track it down. He'll be able to get there. Madrigal applying the pressure. Nino looking to loop it ahead, but a good defensive header from Ian Smith. This one's sent head for Cunningham. Kenny Cunningham finding Dixon. Trying to just force his way through, but stood up by a couple of Unido defenders. Now Unido looking to operate the other way. Adles can't get a touch to it. And strikers from both teams haven't been happy with the delivery either during the run and play or from set pieces by their midfielders and backs. As it looks like the potent attacker Starling Matarrita is getting ready to come on for Chavez. He's a regular starter week in and week out for Chavez, but maybe just getting a little bit of a break. Didn't travel during the first leg, but he's getting ready to come on here in the second leg and perhaps provide a super sub-like mentality as Solorzano around the keeper. He's able to keep it in play, and Ian Smith will get there. Smith back into the box. And arriving extremely late onto the scene. Looked like it was Michael Barquero colliding with Garibaldi. And it was Solorzano who was able to skip away from Lloyd, but it looked like Lloyd got a very important touch just to make life difficult for Solorzano. It was actually Cunningham who arrived tardy to the party there, just trying to get ahead to it. And now Valencia and Kenny Cunningham having some words. Carlos Small also getting in the face of Cunningham, and temperature starting to rise here at Estadio Nacional. So much on the line, so much passion between these two clubs. Cunningham continues to pick a fight with essentially every member of the Unido side. Osvaldo Rodriguez trying to be the diplomat in the situation, but a number of Unido players not having any of it. Barahona coming along as well to try to settle things down. It is going to be Starling Matarrita coming on, and he is going to replace Kenneth Dixon. And Starling Matarrita, the man who scored the goal in the second leg against Chorrillo at home right here at Estadio Nacional, is going to come on for Kenneth Dixon in the 53rd minute. Could number 88 provide the difference that can send Santos through to the final? We'll have to wait and see, but Kenneth Dixon's day is done, and Matarrita's will just start. Matarrita with 2 goals in the Concacaf League so far. One coming against San Juan Jablota in the round of 16 in the first leg. And the other one, as I mentioned before, in the second leg of the quarterfinals against Chorrillo. And Matarrita immediately making his presence felt, drawing the foul to be a free kick for Santos. Just good work for Matarrita holding the ball up. And Algandona, who's been physical throughout the entire 53 minutes and 10 seconds so far, again called for the foul. And you can see the frustration with Kenneth Dixon, maybe just at his performance or the fact of being taken off, but either way, not a happy camper. Hopefully his teammates will be able to pick him up. The free kick takes a deflection, and Lloyd coming off of his line. Unido's been under pressure since the opening of the second half. They continue to have problems to find a rhythm. Cunningham able to get ahead to it. Santos crowd asking for perhaps a high foot, a dangerous play, what have you, but Mario Toca pointing to the 6, and it'll be a goal kick for Miguel Lloyd. Certainly did look like a high foot, but Mario Toca feeling no reason to blow the whistle. the clock. Gravity of the moment becoming more and more intense. Barahona with a great flick. Carlos Small trying to get the return from Jose Gonzalez, but the ball skipped up on Gonzalez right at the last second. Almost 10 minutes gone by here in the second half. Still no score between Santos and Árabe Unido here in San Jose, Costa Rica at Estadio Nacional. Skips over the foot of Madrigal, and Carlos Small is away, if not for a very heavy second touch. And Francisco Gomez off of his line and able to play Michael Barquero forward. Cunningham skipping away from Barahona. Cunningham so clever on the ball, finding Osvaldo Rodriguez. Trying to send it out wide for Barquero. And Rodriguez again taken down. And another foul called against Árabe Unido, who have really struggled here in the second half. They need to tread carefully. They've given Santos a number of opportunities from set pieces. The delivery hasn't been there from Santos just yet, but a team of this caliber just need a couple more opportunities before they truly get it right. And they continue to give those opportunities to Johnny Chavez's club. Rodriguez on top of the free kick once more. Just within his range to perhaps put it on frame. All the big bodies forward for Santos. Osvaldo Rodriguez goes for goal, but always going over the bar. And a frustrating night for Osvaldo. As far as free kicks are concerned, you can see the looks of everybody on the bench, players, assistant coaches, and the boss, Johnny Chavez. Mario Toca having a word with Miguel Lloyd, maybe to hurry things up. Can't imagine that Árabe Unido are playing for penalty kicks. But Mario Toca feeling that they're stalling, perhaps. Matarrita again with great hold-up play. Kenny Cunningham with a big touch into space. Still Cunningham. Cunningham going for goal. And it's easy work for Miguel Lloyd. Such a positive first touch from Cunningham that was able to send him free into acres of space. Santos just in a groove right now offensively. Eder Munguio trying to get Árabe Unido out of his way. Trying to play quickly. And in most cases, if Munguio is playing that ball off the Árabe Unido defender, it should be a yellow card for Unido. As this ball all the way back to Miguel Lloyd. Get the sense that Santos are knocking on the door perhaps of a breakthrough. Unido has had limited possession of the ball here at the start of the second half, if any opportunities at the other end. Good header from Jose Garro. Barahona helping it along. Small, cushioning it for Adles. Adles with great strength. He's taken down right outside of the area. And of course, the broadcaster jinx is in effect as soon as I say that Árabe Unido didn't have many opportunities. Here they are with a great set piece opportunity at the hands of Michael Barquero, who was a little over anxious to win the ball back from Adles, who was off balance to begin with, but Barquero just gave him a little push. And Adles sensing the pressure going down. And Mario Toca no choice but to blow his whistle. And now a very good chance here for the visitors to perhaps get a breakthrough. And if there is a goal to be scored by either team in the game, or to finish in a tie, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, and so on and so forth, it would be Árabe Unido who moves forward due to away goals. Only a 0-0 result here in the second leg will warrant penalties. Santos must win the game outright if Árabe Unido is to score. Barahona, and his free kick is over the bar. Perhaps too much adrenaline for either side, as neither team are able to find the frame with set pieces no more than 20 yards out. maybe the moment getting to these fine players who find themselves in an awesome situation to try to get through to the final and take on Olympia in the first ever Scotiabank Concacaf League. Touch from Árabe Unido, and you can see the reaction from Christian Valencia. Curious as to why Rigoberto Niño was going to get a touch on that when it was clearly going over the line. Santos will reap the benefits. Cunningham with great work to hold it up. Barquero a bit too cute, loses possession. Good step from Garo. Solorzano. And Mondragon forced all the way back to Francisco Gomez, who's filling in for Brian Morales tonight. Gomez has performed brilliantly instead of the normal starting keeper. Garo clips it in behind, hoping for Ian Smith. He'll have an opportunity at the second ball here. It'll be another throw-in for Santos. Solorzano. Out wide for Smith. Smith working on Ortiz. And Smith able to create something out of nothing. It will be a corner for Santos. And Unido have all sorts of problems to deal with every time Santos head down the field. It's just a matter of if Santos are going to be able to capitalize off of one of these opportunities. As Ofefa looking to operate quickly. Good strike from Rodriguez. It takes a deflection and it goes wide. Rodriguez has already scored a goal from similar length in this CONCACAF League already in the first leg against Chorrillo in the quarterfinals. And Lightning almost struck twice for the 26-year-old out of Costa Rica. As Ofefa, another good ball in. Garo is able to meet it, but can't put it on frame. And another opportunity has gone by the wayside for Santos. Past the hour mark here in San Jose, still 0-0. 150 minutes played between these two sides. No goals have been scored. Good pressure from Unido. Cunningham. Barquero. As Ofefa. Santos crowd appreciating their side's ability to get out of tight quarters. Big sweeping ball over for Cunningham, able to bring it down nicely. Encouraging Barquero forward. Barquero trying to send it in, and again, just horrendous delivery from the outside. And of course, Barquero saying, my bad, but at some point, the strikers from Santos are going to need better delivery if they're going to get a breakthrough. And there's not much Johnny Chavez can do. There's nothing tactical about this or personnel issues. It's just simply better delivery all around the pitch. Such a good opportunity, both Solorzano and Matarrita in the area. And you can see the frustration from both of those players, as well as Kenny Cunningham, who have been denied good delivery throughout the entire 63 minutes so far. Ian Smith. Rodriguez taken down, asking for a foul for Mario Toca, but he says play on. As Ofefa. Still as Ofefa. Coming out wide for Cunningham. Barquero joining him. Unido able to win it back. Clever ball from Barahona. And even better work from Gonzalez trying to spring Carlos Small free. But great defensive positioning from Juan Madrigal. And again, the Santos crowd very intelligent as far as the game of football is concerned, recognizing every sort of small intricacy of the game that their team is performing well. Smith into the box. And it will be a foul against Smith as him and Ortiz collide. And it looked like Smith actually might have gotten the short end of the stick there. See what Smith was trying to do, but just a little bit late in doing it. And now there's going to be a substitution, the first of the night for Árabe Unido, as it's going to be Yosemar Gomez coming on and replacing Renan Adles, the 27-year-old in his 4th season with Árabe Unido. His day will be done here in San Jose, Costa Rica. And Yosemar Gomez, the first substitute of the night for Sergio Guzman, coming onto the pitch here in the 66th minute. Two substitutions remaining for both managers. Starling Matarrita, the one lone substitute on the field now for Johnny Chavez. He replaced Kenneth Dixon around the 50th minute. Last touch off of Santos, and it will be a Unido throw-in. So Lozano, positive touch for Azofeifa. Cunningham bringing it down. Trying to get around Nino. No call for Mario Toca, and the ball will stay in play. Goes all the way back as Lloyd has to come off of his line. Almost ends up working out extremely well for Miguel Lloyd. So he's looking for the substitute, Gomez. So Lozano trying to let it run through, and it's going to be a foul against Unido once again. Again, some more pushing and shoving after the whistle from both sides. This was the previous play where Cunningham was asking for a foul, but Mario Toca not interested in that. He was interested in this, as it's another heavy challenge from Ortiz on the far side. Azofeifa again on top of the free kick for Santos. He's capable of terrific delivery even from this distance. He has to wait for Mario Toca's whistle though. More red and blue jerseys jostling for position. Azofeifa. And there will be a foul against Santos as Miguel Lloyd hits the deck. And again, it's Eder Monguillo colliding with the 34-year-old goalkeeper. Into the 69th minute here at Estadio Nacional in Costa Rica. Still no score between these two great clubs. And we are inching closer and closer to a penalty kick situation. And it's going to be Cristian Lagos coming on and replacing Michael Barquero. He gets a nice round of applause from the Santos faithful. He put in a spectacular performance. And now it'll be up to Cristian Lagos to try to, again, find the breakthrough for Santos, which has eluded them for the past near 160 minutes against this stingy Panamanian side. Barahona. One of the few times Unido has had clear possession in Santos's end, at least in the second half anyway. Gomez sliding it through. Gonzalez will get there. Still Gonzalez. And it's good work from Jose Garro, able to win a goal kick. Rain jacket is off for Sergio Guzman, as the rain has held up here for the past 10 minutes or so. And hopefully it'll be a dry rest of the way. A little more than 20 minutes remaining in this second leg of the semifinal. Lagos tried to help it along. It falls to the substitute Gomez. Rodriguez. Barahona. He had Nino in space, decides not to play him, and then a foul called against Starling Matarrita. And Daniel Ortiz goes down in a heap. And you can see the frustration from Starling Matarrita, who's making the argument that he really wasn't hit that hard. Still able to play the ball. And he eventually goes down after the fact. Anxious looks from the Santos fans here at Estadio Nacional. Being the home side in the second leg of a 0-0 aggregate situation. Certainly feel like you have the advantage going into it after your team was able to get the solid result on the road, but you haven't been able to take advantage of the opportunity at hand as it remains 0-0. Munguio. Bit of a hospital ball trying to find Juan Madrigal on the far side. Less than 20 minutes remaining. Strong defensive header. As Afefa goes in, a little bit late, a little bit reckless. It's not going to warrant a yellow card. Or perhaps it will, as Afefa goes into Mario Toca's book, as he's issued mustard here in the 72nd. Actually ends up getting the ball, but the fact that he went in with essentially both studs up, maybe a bit too rash for Mario Toca. That's why he had to break out the yellow card. Unido still trying to find any sort of rhythm here in the second half. They have looked both gassed and opened up here in the second 45 minutes. Matarrita sent the other way. Valencia is going to get there first, and he'll take the easy way out. Sergio Guzman not pleased with a decision made by his center back. This one skips up on Munguio, able to clean it up. Rodriguez. So Lozano again hits the deck, still able to keep possession for Santos, however. Munguio can just spray it the other way for Osvaldo Rodriguez, but that one will skip out of bounds. And another goal kick from Miguel Lloyd. And it's hard to tell whether Árabe Unido are simply trying to play for penalty kicks or whether they're getting outplayed here in the second half, but either way, they've been able to hang on and disrupt Santos to the point of poor delivery, poor choices in the final third. And if they are trying to play for penalties, they're inching closer and closer to their objective. Garo after the header. That's Afefa with a nice shimmy. Matarrita. A crunching challenge from Valencia. Able to thwart that attack for the moment. As Afefa scuffs that one. Ortiz with a good ball into Small, able to get away from the first defender. Carlos Small off to the races, taken down from behind by Munguio, and it will be a free kick. That's Carlos Small in a nutshell. Able to hold up the ball and then drive at defenders. But Unido squandering the opportunity. Samar Gomez has yet to find his rhythm off the bench. Lagos, another substitute, able to win that header, and now it's flicked over the top for Solorzano. Numbers the other way for Santos. Solorzano waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Finds Osvaldo Rodriguez. Cunningham. Matarrita, great first touch around the defender, going for goal. And Lloyd able to make the save. Clever work from Matarrita to take that first touch around the defender. But the shot right into the sure hands of Miguel Lloyd, who stood on his head in the first leg, but hasn't had to make nearly as many spectacular saves here in the second leg. He has been solid coming off of his line and dealing with crossers, but that one of the first shots that he's actually had to make a save on, as the delivery and the shot selection from Santos have been poor throughout these first 75.5 minutes. As Ofefa looking for Madrigal. Again, you can see the frustration from the front three of Santos as they just have not been able to piece it together in the final third. Team that has struggled to find their form in their domestic league in the Primera Division, currently sitting in 7th place, and some of that play carrying over here to the Concacaf League. And Árabe Unido simply holding on for dear life, as they have seen minimal amounts of the soccer ball in the second half here. Matarrita in space, quickly closed down. As Ofefa again. Matarrita in space, looking to drive forward. Sends it in towards the back post. Ortiz is there first. Still might fall for Cunningham. Referee says play on. Ortiz bending it in behind for Small, who's onside. Carlos Small in on goal, takes the shot, and a kick save from Gomez. Huge save from Gomez, but Santos are not out of the woods yet. Yosemir Gomez along for Barahona. Along for Gonzalez. Back for Barahona, his shot is blocked. And Rodriguez will slow things down for Santos. Last knockings of this one. And that pass cut out by Unido once more. Árabe Unido maybe getting second wind here in the last 13 minutes. Poor first touch there from Jose Gonzalez, and Santos will regain possession. Good sliding challenge from Gonzalez. The return for the captain. Back for Barahona. Ball goes out wide. It's a race to the finish. Cunningham able to get there first and skid away from the defender. Matarrita back for Cunningham, who's got some motor. Cunningham was looking for a darting Solorzano, but that's a tall task for any player. And here's a look at that great opportunity. Carlos Small did well to keep it low, going for that far post. But how about Francisco Gomez filling in for the mainstay, Brian Morales, in goal? And he has done absolutely wonderful throughout the course of these 78 minutes so far, keeping Santos in the game and answering the call when his number is called upon. Looks like another substitute. The third and final substitute is ready to come on for Johnny Chavez. And it's Diego Diaz, who started in the first leg and was eventually subbed off. Will be the final change for Johnny Chavez. Carlos Small pushed off the ball momentarily. Takes a deflection. Miguel Lloyd off of his line. Lagos providing the pressure, and Valencia has to clear it away. Good pressure from the substitute, who's got fresh legs, forcing Árabe Unido into a difficult situation. And now that aforementioned substitution is going to make his way onto the field, and he's going to replace Wilmer Azofeifa. You have to imagine Azofeifa would be one of the main penalty kick takers for Johnny Chavez if he were to stay on the field, but now it's going to be Diego Diego Diaz coming on here in the 80th minute, and Azofeifa's night is done, and perhaps his Concacaf League tournament is done if Santos cannot find a breakthrough or fall in penalty kicks. Smith. All the way back for Gomez. A little more than 10 minutes remaining, plus stoppage time. Good flick on header. Matarrita brings it down. Taken down from behind, and it will be a free kick. Valencia going down. It'll be a yellow card for Cristian Lagos after the fact, and quite comically, Valencia goes down. He was trying to get the referee to bite on a potential red card, but it was actually the referee who ended up shoving Valencia out of the way. Taking a look at the foul initially, and again, it's Algandona committing the foul. Matarrita doing well to just hold him off and putting his body between the defender and the ball. Then after the fact, it was Lagos and Valencia getting into it. Valencia still down on the ground. Working all the theatrics here, trying to get Mario Toca's attention. And Sergio Guzman has a conversation with a member of his staff as to who they're going to bring on for their third and final substitution.
Papi!
Now a very, very dangerous opportunity here for Santos. Osvaldo Rodriguez has already had his crack at it. He hit it right into the wall. And it appears that Kenny Cunningham is going to take matters into his own hands. Unido doing everything they can to try and delay the taking of this free kick so that they can get organized at the back. Miguel Lloyd responsible for that. Kenny Cunningham, who has been phenomenal for Santos from start to finish throughout this entire tournament, has an opportunity now to send them through to the final. Kenny Cunningham touches it over, and it's Rodriguez who ends up taking the shot. And Barahona rolling around as he took a nasty shot to the midsection. And Mario Toca immediately waving medical attention on. And that's the risky run of being in the wall at the hands of somebody like Osvaldo Rodriguez. And Barahona in some serious pain. We'll take one more look at it as it was touched along for Rodriguez. And it catches Barahona right in the midsection. Opportunity for both teams to grab a breather and a quick rinse. And it looks like Sergio Guzman is going to make another substitution here, as it's going to be Carlos Small coming off and Gabriel Pino coming on. So both teams have taken off one of their more potent attacking players, Azofeifa for Santos, and now Carlos Small for Árabe Unido. So Carlos Small did have an opportunity just a few moments ago for some late heroics for Unido, but his night is finished, and now Pino will come on in the 84th as Barahona continues to be tended to and will be stretchered off here. And Sergio Guzman might have to make the decision of whether or not he can take off Barahona if he's not able to continue. Guzman does have one substitution remaining. But again, it's really been the story of Santos not able to capitalize on set pieces. Long thrown for Santos now. Lagos trying to help it along. Good step forward from Solorzano. He's taken down by Gonzalez. And another free kick to the home side.
pibe! ¡Pibe! ¡Para ahí, pibe!
Each set piece coming increasingly more important in terms of defending it and in terms of the attacking side of the ball for Santos. Just a matter of better delivery. They no longer have the services of Wilmeraz Ofefa. That's a decent ball in, but doesn't get past the first line of defense. Second ball sent in. Gio challenging it. Here's the volley effort. That was always going wide. And it'll be a goal kick for Miguel Lloyd as we are a little bit more than 5 minutes away from a penalty kick situation. Pensive Johnny Chavez on the sideline. Again, Solorzano taken down. That's about the umpteenth time that he's hit the deck tonight. Ian Smith sends it forward. It's going to go all the way through for Cunningham. He touches it in, and that might do it for Santos. The flag stays down, the shirt comes off, and Kenny Cunningham might have put Santos through to the final. Unido have a few minutes to answer, but that might just do it. Pandemonium here at Estadio Nacional. You can see what it means to the Costa Rican side, and you can see what it means to that man, Kenny Cunningham. 1-0 to Santos. Kick after free kick for Santos, and they finally catch a break. It gets all the way through. Lloyd no choice but to come off of his line, and Cunningham was able to beat him to the punch. Cunningham with his third goal of the tournament, and this one certainly caps them all. It's just a simple touch over the top for Cunningham, probably the easiest goal he's scored in the tournament so far. And the reaction from the bench says it all. Johnny Chavez is 3 or 4 minutes away from heading to the inaugural Scotiabank Concacaf League final, where Olympia awaits. And it will be a yellow card for Kenny Cunningham for the celebration. But if the scoreline holds this way, it was certainly well worth it. And Cunningham now going to be pulled back by his teammates to fill in on the back line. And one more substitution being made by Sergio Guzman, as it's Asmahar Arellano coming on. And now it's scramble mode for Unido to try to get the equalizer. An equalizer would put Unido through on away goals. Barahona. Defensive header from Cunningham. Matarrita brings it down, and it's just going to be route one from here on out for Santos. Lagos doing well to fight for the ball. Valencia comes away with it. A reckless challenge there from substitute Arellano. One more look, just a poor defensive effort from Valencia, as he was unable to get the initial header. And you see Cunningham there just taking a spill. Overwhelmed with joy, overwhelmed with emotion. Santos just mere seconds now away from a final appearance. Brought down, the shot on frame, unable to hit the frame. Diego Diaz was on the scene there. And Unido, quite the sense of urgency now. One goal would do it for them and would be enough to put them through. Santos clear it away as Diaz is trying to get on the end of it. Rather, it's Solorzano. Back for Diaz. Sweeping ball over for Matarrita. And Santos certainly going to take their time with every restart now. Well into the 90th minute. The question remains, how many minutes of stoppage time will be added on to the 90 minutes? Have to imagine at least a minute or two for the goal, as well as the Barahona injury. Here is Barahona trying to slot it through, but just a little bit too much zip on it. And Francisco Gomez will wait for some pressure to pick this one up. And we are going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time. Sergio Guzman is claiming that there were at least 4 minutes stopped. But his wishes will not be met. Heraldez just trying to force his way through. It will be a free kick for Unido. And Santos will put everybody behind the ball now. A little tug at the back there from Diego Diaz. Forward for Unido. Valencia elevating. And he is called offside. And Sergio Guzman might be out of answers for his side now. They trail 1-0. And less than 2 minutes remaining now. It's a good effort from Valencia, but just unaware of his surroundings when the ball was played. And the Santos faithful here at Estadio Nacional in full voice as their side is just mere moments away from an appearance in the finals where they will take on Olympia from Honduras. Throwing for Unido. Kenny Cunningham right now, the hero for Santos as it stands. Still time for Unido to get an equalizer that would put them through to the final on away goals. Lagos holding it up. Diaz now over the top for Matarrita. He's onside. Lloyd off of his line. Matarrita trying to chip him. Lagos up for the header. It's off the post, and it's eventually cleared out. Well, that certainly would have been lights out for the Panamanian side. Now Ian Smith. Unido just scrambling to try to win the ball back. Santos do need to be careful, though, of committing too many numbers forward and being caught on the counter. One more look at it as Lloyd was just unable to hang out to it, and it was almost a disastrous goal given up by Árabe Unido. Lagos now will head to the corner for some more time wasting. Ball will stay in play. It'll be a corner now for Santos, and that might just do it. Santos on the fringe of celebration now. Assistant referee encouraging Diego Diaz to get on with it. You have to imagine just a couple more touches of the ball before Mario Toca blows his whistle for full time. And there it is. Santos de Guápiles heading to the first ever Scotiabank League final here at Estadio Nacional. Kenny Cunningham is the hero. And Air Munguio heading over to celebrate with the Santos faithful. It's a historic moment for this Costa Rican club. Heartbreak for Árabe Unido, who performed brilliantly in the first leg and were staunch defensively for about 85 minutes. They were unable to hang on as Kenny Cunningham, his emotions getting the better of him at the moment. Cunningham putting his side through to the final. And Árabe Unido stunned on every level you could possibly imagine. It's a heartbreaking end to what was a magnificent run. They made history as them and Plaza Amador were the first Panamanian sides to reach the semifinals of a major Concacaf tournament. Tears of joy and dismay on either side. But it's Santos who are moving on to the final to take on Olympia in the Scotiabank Concacaf League. Well, that's going to do it from Estadio Nacional here in San Jose, Costa Rica. The celebration will continue for Santos tonight, but work is not done for Johnny Chavez as his club, as they will look home to take home the trophy and advance into the CONCACAF Champions League. Final score from San Jose, Costa Rica: Santos 1 and Árabe Unido 0. That's the final score in the second leg and the final score on aggregate. And that's going to do it from Estadio Nacional. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll talk to you soon.